Welcome, everybody, to Rippin' Strips, the podcast where we rip apart comic strips. I'm L-Dawg.
And I'm the Corndawg. And welcome to our podcast.
Here we are, yet again.
Yeah, we're here, and it's the month of being queer, LGBTQIA. Does that sound right?
LGBTQ.
LGBTQIA plus.
Oh, damn it. I thought I got it completely right, but you're right. There's more. Yeah, there's too many. It's too big of an umbrella. They're all the letters are kind of pissed at each other.
Yeah.
But hey, whatever. We celebrate everybody.
We
do what you want. That's
everybody
the message.
And anyone who identifies as anything but straight and cis. Is there a way?
Oh, yeah, we're a minority now.
No, we're not. We're not a minority. There's just more different classifications of what people want to identify as. And what is there a way to be straight and in that whole spectrum? I guess it's all a spectrum is what really is the answer, I guess.
I think I am on that spectrum. And I'll tell you why. You mentioned Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah.
Who, like, we were listening to some rap song on his phone, and I laughed because it sounded corny. Oh, whoops, I never turned the background on.
Oh, yeah.
It was just, like, on pause. That's hilarious. But, so, I've only ever dated women, and I only think I ever will. But when Machine Gun Kelly came up with that Eminem diss, he looked hot.
There you go. There you go.
I got to be on the spectrum, right? But also, if you put a tube top on him, I mean, he's just a flat-chested hot chick, right? I mean, he kind of looks like a woman. But, yeah, I think, I think
that's
a lot
fair.
more people are on the spectrum than would be willing to admit, but I don't.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Society pushes, and thankfully we're
not
getting
even society.
more.
Certain groups of friends and people. People
that
people
makes
make
up
all
society, right? Your society.
Yeah, but people
doesn't mean
make all these proclamations like society's doing this, society's doing that. No, the people in Berkeley are not doing what the people in Texas and are not doing what the people in New York
but
City.
those are their different societies.
Well, we're all one. I'm a citizen of the world right now. So is everybody else. We're all brothers and sisters.
I'm just saying, in the 90s growing up, it was really being someone being gay in a movie or something was like a punchline, right? Or calling someone gay or something like that. It was and before that too, more and more considered that was the way to be. You're supposed to be straight or whatever. Now we're less so that way. But really, I remember in my health class in high school, hearing that, or maybe it was when I taught sex education. I don't remember. I wasn't a very good student or teacher.
You taught it?
I did. But let me get to the fact first, then I'll tell more about that. But yeah, only 10% of people are 100% straight. And the rest are on the spectrum. So that would make 100% straight people the minority.
I would even say they could be tricked by a trans woman. And yeah, they'll get angry and they'll be like, oh, I'm not attracted to guys. But it's like a human being is a human being. You got to have one nose, two eyes, two tits.
Yeah. Right. And tricked might be the wrong word there. They might be attracted to. I don't know. This is all dicey territory we're in. But
well, true. You brought it up. I was gonna bring up hats. That's what I had to talk about today. I forgot it was Pride Month.
But hey, happy Pride Month to everyone. Everyone should celebrate. Even the 10% of 100% straight people. Go out and live a little. You fucking normie vanilla freaks.
Are you on the spectrum?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, especially for this month.
I
want to celebrate.
When I visited my so I said what I just said, but like I do still think of myself as straight. whatever. Who cares? I don't care if you disagree, whatever. But when I went and visited my family in Texas recently, like for the first time I met my birth family.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, everybody in all of my family is, well, that lives in Texas is conservative.
Right.
They're all different. They all, whatever you picture as, it's not one thing. They're all very different from each other, but they are all conservative and Christian.
Conservatism's also a spectrum.
It is. Yeah, true. Yeah, because my birth family seems a little more progressive, but they're still super religious.
Right.
But they're also not like, I guess they're not as hardcore Republican.
Right.
The family that raised me is super Republican. The other ones are just religious, and but they're not really committed to a party. But anyway,
right.
When I was there, we went thrifting, and I picked up this shirt. I was like, "Oh, this would be great for Pride Month," and it was a shirt just to like partake or maybe have a rainbow thing, but it had ice creams that were rainbow all over it.
Yeah.
And to my sister, who I just met for the first time, I was like, "Too gay," and she's like looking around. I was like, whatever. And it was too gay. It was like if I bought that, it would be like, "Hello."
Right. That's the image you think you'd be giving off.
Yeah, it wasn't like supportive, which is what I intended.
Yeah, I guess if you're like if you're someone who doesn't feel like yeah, maybe we're on this spectrum. I don't feel comfortable getting on a gay pride parade float or
Right.
whatever. I'm not.
Yeah, so I would be on a float.
I would gladly get on if I was invited. I'm just saying.
But I wouldn't be exchanging numbers and meeting up with people later.
Well, that's not what I'm saying either. I wouldn't do that anyway because I'm in a committed relationship, Logan. But I wouldn't feel comfortable throwing a pride event or anything like that. I don't feel like this is my time to celebrate. And then I don't know where I was going from there.
Me neither. Well,
I think a shirt. What type of shirt could you wear that says "Right on"? You guys, all you people out there, have fun. This is your month, and I celebrate you. And not a look at me, I'm part of this community, celebrate me. What is the difference in outfits there?
I don't know, but I feel like I've seen people do it. Maybe it's easier for women to do. To wear a rainbow and you don't think she's gay automatically. But she's supporting her gay friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, the spectrum for women is a lot easier for everyone to accept.
Oh, that too, yeah. But I was even just thinking, I feel like I've seen people, they're like, yeah, we're going to Pride because my cousin's gay and we're just going to go like hang out and have fun and drink and dance.
That sounds great.
And we're all wearing rainbow stuff. I feel like I've seen that scene, or maybe
that's fair. That's fine, yeah.
But yeah, I can't wear a rainbow ice cream shirt.
Well, but if you're just wearing it
too
to
far.
like go walk to the grocery store, you're not necessarily wearing it to celebrate Pride. I don't know. I think
you know what? It was too casual.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah.
It would look like an everyday shirt. And there'd be days where it's no longer Pride Month and you wake up and all your other shirts are dirty and you're like, well, I'll just put this one on for the whole day.
Yeah.
And then people assume you're gay, which not that that's horrible, but it doesn't feel like you should be trying to. That's like being a Rachel Dolezal for the gay community. Remember her?
Yeah, but I think, I believe it's a spectrum and anyone can dip their toe in if they want, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think that's the same thing.
You're talking about being black?
You can't dip. No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You can't dip your toe into being black. Oh, man, I am all out of sorts. I forgot this light.
That's all right. It's Pride Month. We were doing poppers for hours before we started this episode.
What are poppers?
Amyl nitrate. No, not those. It's it's also known as VCR cleaner. It's like a solution that you just unscrew and you just take big sniffs of. I think they used to come in like a pill form that you could, but you just sniff it, and it's makes you loopy for a little bit. They were popular back in the day for party people who wanted to have like orgies and stuff. And I know it's popular amongst gay men because supposedly it makes your butthole relax when you sniff it. So
where'd you learn? Sex ed.
No, I didn't learn this in sex ed. I'm not sure. This is just knowledge I've picked up through living my life, I guess. I've done them before, not to relax my butthole. Unfortunately, no one is too interested in going up there. Well, until I turn 45, then colonoscopy once a year. So maybe I'll do some poppers before that. But I've done them, and they're kind of fun. Makes you a little loopy. It's kind of like a nitrous type of thing.
Right. What did you say? It cleans?
VCR cleaner.
VCR cleaner. Oh, weird. I stay away. Yeah.
From huffing chemicals?
Yeah.
What a square.
Oh, yeah.
What a square. Anyway.
So nice hat, by the way. And speaking of my birth family, my mom gave me this. And I dig it.
It's a very cool hat.
And I wondered also what Lone Star is. Is that what you're going to say?
Well, it's the Lone Star State, Texas.
Lone Star, Nacogdoches, Texas. But that looks like a gas station logo or something.
It does kind of.
But it's kind of cool at the same time.
Nothing wrong with the gas station logo, except for you're supporting big oil.
No, yeah, I didn't want a gas station logo, but I looked it up. It's feed for your livestock.
Oh.
And I think that is cool.
Made from gas.
Right. Actually, well, that would be a good for the environment, but no, it's just corn and shit. But also, this looks like an LA style. You leave it flat.
It does.
Do you like this? I guess you curved yours.
Yours is a little curved.
Well,
they're pretty similar.
I left it until broadcast because I actually hate this look.
Really?
I was wondering if you felt the same way. Yeah, I don't know. I just have always hated it. I don't know why it became the way to wear a hat. I think you
on your head or just with the brim?
You got to take the sticker off.
Oh yes.
I'm gonna
well,
ruin
that
it.
was definitely you need to take the sticker off.
People leave the stickers on.
I know, I've seen it, but that's not. This especially is not the hat for it.
No. Well, no, I think it could work both ways, but I'm gonna.
Whoa! Now you're really going for the brim.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's actually kind of loose.
I was gonna ask, do you think it's too loose? Because it looked a little loose on your head, and I thought, wow, he is going for an interesting look. Oh, now it's too tight. Oh, now it's too loose again.
Now it's just right.
Let's see. It looks good.
Yeah.
It looks good. You know, can I just say something first off?
No.
Great hat.
Thanks.
Thank you, Logan's mom.
Yeah, thanks, Dawn.
Donna.
I call my own. No, Dawn.
Dawn.
DAWN, like the morning.
I was saying Dawn. What else was I going to talk about? That's what I was saying. It was Dawn. I know her name.
Oh.
And so thank you, Dawn. And next, I wanted to say, when we started this podcast, we would do it, and you would have multiple outfit changes before we started, making sure that you had enough fabric in front of your tummy.
Well, I was supposed to not. Okay, yeah, I peeked behind the curtain. Yeah. It kind of ruins the effect when you just tell everybody. I'm hiding my belly.
It's true. And now look at you is what I'm saying.
It's kind of true, and I've lost a lot of weight.
How much?
Well, first of all, I was motivated because of a medical. For those that need to catch up, I have a fatty liver.
You said
so I went on a diet. Yeah, but I don't know who.
Sure, we might have missed an
joins us
episode,
now.
right?
Might not be one of the 2 million people that listened to the last episode. So,
right.
But I still have a gut.
Well, we all do.
Well, so this diet's not ending until I can get a flat stomach, and then I'm gonna check and see how my liver is.
Yeah, smart.
I guess. Yeah. Ugh.
Well, you're looking good.
I wish I could just. I should buy a. What's it even called when you do
a liver?
When you do the sonograph, is that what it's called?
Oh,
I need one of those machines so I can just check whenever I want.
Like what they have with the babies with the gel on it. You can lay down and boop, boop. But here's the issue: is that do you think you could diagnose whether your liver is fatty or not?
That's how they found it, because they were looking for some. I was sore in that area, so that's how they found it.
Right, but do you think that you could find it? Do you think you could find out?
Well,
which
I
one
wish
your liver
I
is?
had it and I knew what I was looking at, and I could figure it all out. Yeah, I'm just saying. I wish I could check in on my liver. I can't.
Well, yeah, but at this point, you since it's such a magical wish, just wish that you could never get sick ever again and do whatever you want.
Okay, thanks.
So anyway, Nacogdoches is where your family's from, right?
Yeah.
One of the coolest names of a town.
Yeah, I thought it was a Spanish name. I always called it Nacogdoches, but I guess it's the name of some Native American person.
Doesn't seem
I
very
still need
Spanish.
to brush up and make sure I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh wait, I thought it was Nacogdoches. Nacogdoches.
People there I've heard say Nacogdoches.
Nacogdoches.
I've always said Nacogdoches.
Welcome to Nacogdoches. Cows ram back. Don't forget to feed it this Lone Star.
It's so in the middle of nowhere, but it's a cool area. I mean, I guess it's kind of a college town, but
yeah,
but it's legit, like kind of hipstery.
It sounds cool. It sounds like I like the name. I like the name a lot. So, I taught sex education in high school. I was part of a team. There's two parts. One went and taught classrooms, and one team was part of the theatrical group. So it was one big group, and they split you up into two, right?
And you're a student?
And I was a student, who would teach middle school. I go to middle schools and talk there, or they would do shows. The theatrical. I wanted to be in the theatrical group. They didn't let me. I wasn't good enough, I guess. So I had to go teach classrooms. I don't know why I even did it in the first place. I think because my sister did it, and so I just was supposed to do what my sister did, I guess. So I was pushed into that. I went in. I did it just fine. It was, I guess I learned how to put a condom on a banana really well. Not that anyone uses those anymore.
Now that you're a stand-up, I would have thought you would have made it really funny and stuff, but it doesn't sound, the way you're describing it sounds like it was kind of a...
No, you're in a class. Talking to kids, going up on the street and pulling it. Hey guys, can I rap with you? Check out this.
Well, that's what you do in when you're teaching when you're teaching drugs to middle schoolers. That's what you do.
Yeah, but you don't get to have really too much fun doing that. Having fun and being funny, that was part of the theater troupe. But I wasn't good enough for that.
Right. That does make sense.
So I had to go to this freaking classrooms and teach these freaking kids how to put condoms on bananas, and nobody uses those anymore. That's either no one eats bananas and no one's putting condoms on them. Condoms went the way of the disc man. They went out with after 9/11. People got rid of their VCRs and DVD collections and all their condoms, and now everyone's just raw dogging and barebacking all over this great country of ours.
I used a banana peel. Am I doing it wrong?
Yes. Yes, you're supposed to protect from the banana or protect the... Right. There's too much potassium. It can hurt your boner. I don't think I would... I don't know. I heard that they don't use bananas anymore in sex ed class.
They use dildos.
I think so.
Penis-looking things.
Yeah, things that actually look like penises, because I guess kids were getting more, I don't
Confused.
know, confused. I don't know.
What? It's not yellow and I can't peel it. What do I do?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even remember putting the condoms on bananas. I do remember having a bunch of condoms and with friends.
I don't think we learned how to roll a condom on. I mean, it is self-explanatory. I think we were told.
Yes, but you don't want to get any of your pre-cum on the wrong side and then flip it over and then roll. Sometimes you roll it on the wrong side. You ever done that?
I guess.
I put
maybe. I'm sure it's happened once, but
just once. Well, sometimes
because you can
heat
see
of the
where the
moment.
ridge is or whatever.
Yeah, but
So,
I'm not putting on my readers and having a thorough examination in the heat of the moment.
I'm nearsighted, so.
So when I'm about to have sex, I'm just gonna throw whatever I can on. It might not even be a condom. It could be a Snickers
I was
wrapper.
gonna say that is a funny image.
Let's see here. I'm sure there's a manual in this package or something. I don't know, but you don't want to get the wrong side on because then you could get your pre-cum on the condom, and then that could impregnate a lady. Is what I was taught in high school. I don't know.
Me too, but now all adults say just pull out, and it's like that's the first thing I learned is that doesn't work.
That's not nearly as effective. Yeah, well, I think it's not nearly as effective, especially when it comes to STDs or STIs.
Well, of course that, but to avoid pregnancy, it seems as an adult, like everyone my age just is like, you know how to pull out, right?
Well, we've gotten
my ex-girlfriend was like, I pulled out and I was nervous the next day, like, maybe you should get a Plan B.
You could get nervous after that. That's fair to do. I mean, you're not as safe as a condom. But thankfully we've gotten to the age, or maybe unthankfully, depending on who you ask, we have gotten to the age where it's harder to get pregnant. For men our age, it's even harder to get pregnant.
Right.
Thank you.
And wait, you don't think men can get pregnant?
Not at our age.
How dare you?
Not without IVF, in vitro fertilization.
I know.
I wonder, I guess, what would happen if you put a fertilized egg up a man's butt?
Well, he would shit it right out. I mean, it's in his colon now, and it's gonna come back out.
Okay, you put it in his colon, and then you give him 9 months worth of Imodium.
Does that stop you up?
Yeah, 9 months of anti-diarrheal medicine. Would he die first from the baby blowing out his colon, or from not shitting for 9 months?
Probably not shitting for 9 months.
Yeah. This is tough. There's got to be a way. Well, I guess also another issue
Arnold
with
did
this. Huh?
Arnold did it.
Arnold did do it. I was just thinking another issue with this is the fact that in a man's colon, there's no umbilical cord to give the baby any nutrients. So you can keep a baby fertilized egg in there as long as you want. It's not going to be able to survive without the proper place to go and be a fetus at. Well, I'm stumped. Sorry, guys. I tried.
Folks, I don't know either when or if Cornell is being serious, trying to figure something out, or being silly. I never know.
I tried to figure it out, and I am stumped. So if you're a man trying to have a butt baby,
call Cornell.
Don't call me. I tried. I can't figure it out. You need to have an entire womb. Probably you have your colon removed and a womb insert.
No, that's not where your womb goes.
Now we're going. Now we're getting
No.
somewhere. You connect the small intestines to your pee hole, so you poop out of there, and then you have a big empty space where you can fit a womb in your butt. And so, yes, your penis is going to be busy, but your butt is going to be
busy. You're giving birth to a baby.
busy 9 months from now when it gives birth. A C-section would probably really suck. However, your poops would be really. Oh no, you'd be pooping out of your pee hole. Your poops.
No,
you want to make sure you have diarrhea.
C-section is the solution. You don't have to rewire any of your undercarriage. You just have it in your stomach area in a cavity, like Arnold did. If we all know that documentary.
In your stomach?
Yeah, because not in your stomach, but like in your abdomen.
Right where a womb would be on a woman.
Yeah, and the kid grows, and he's like messing with all your intestines and stuff, getting all tangled. But hey, whatever, you got to deal with it, and then you eventually get a C-section.
Here's a question: then you have to make an umbilical cord, right?
I mean, none of this would actually work. Again, I don't know if you're really trying to figure this out. Men can't have babies.
But if you did what I said,
because the uterus has cells that this egg attaches onto, Mr.
Right.
Educator. I guess I'm educating you.
Right, but if you put a uterus in a womb, what's the difference? Pop quiz, hot
Tell
shot.
me, it is a womb, right?
Okay, so you put a uterus in a man's butt.
Why is butt?
Because there's a hole there already. It just makes more sense to put it near a hole. And a butt is better than a pee hole to have a baby come out of. There's not a lot of options for a man.
I'm going C-section.
Out of your butt. That's going to hurt really bad.
I'm avoiding the whole butt issue.
Yeah. There's going to be
still
butt
poop
issues.
out of my butt and pee out of my pee.
No.
And give birth out of my belly.
I'm sorry. That's not how it works.
And people will be like, what's that scar? It's like, oh, it's from when I had my baby.
But you need the room. You simply don't have the room with your chiseled abs.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
There was plenty for a baby to snack on before.
Yeah.
I had like a whole...
Okay. Well, I don't remember how we started talking about this, but...
You were a sex educator, which still it's kind of crazy to me. But it also sounds like an odd program to have the kids teach each other.
Well, they can relate to kids more. You know, it's kind of like a nonprofit organization type of thing. Like a cool
yeah, but you weren't even rapping with the kids and sitting backwards in your chair and being funny.
I wasn't. I know it sucked. I was like standing in front of a middle school classroom and just talking. And all these 7th grade girls were snickering at me, I'm sure. And, you know, it was like, all right, let's talk about sex. And it's like, oh, God.
Did you ever have like a little troublemaker, like asking nasty questions or anything?
Not that I remember. I do remember at one of the theater shows, a lot of the some people from the church nearby protested. And one of the people protesting was my theater teacher in high school, who I really, really liked and thought was cool. And I had him write me a recommendation for college to help me get into Cal State Northridge. But he also protested the sex education show because he wanted abstinence-only education.
Oh, whoa. Because I was going to ask that. Like, because I guess there's different reasons to protest, but that really was the reason. That's weird to me.
Yeah, old people, when you get older, you just get so scared of young people fucking.
Yeah, I mean, I get you should in my opinion, you should encourage abstinence, but you've got to teach them what's going to happen when they don't listen.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about encouraging abstinence. Who am I to tell you shouldn't fuck? If you can fuck, go for it. No, I don't think.
Yeah. Is that what you said to the middle school?
Yeah. Yeah. No, abstinence is the safest way. If you're going to have fuck, you got to learn the risks that you are taking and how to mitigate those risks.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Yeah, but you got to mention, I do think it's worth mentioning, yeah, like if you're abstinent, you don't have to worry about anything. But You're a nerd.
Yeah, except for being a fucking loser. I know there's like, I was reading Reddit the other day and there was like posts of these like, hey, I just turned 50 and I'm still a virgin. I feel hopeless at this point. I've never even had a girlfriend. I don't know what I'm going to do with my life. Blah, 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 blah. And it was really fascinating. You know?
Is wild to me. What did this person do his whole life? What's their career?
I don't know. I don't remember. I remember them saying, I've had a lot of friends who are women. It's just never really gotten to that point.
Oh, he's on the LGBTQIA plus spectrum, probably.
But that maybe he's just
because he's asexual.
Yeah, they're asexual. Which, don't you? That's like don't you have to try something to know you don't like it? Well, I guess that could be said.
Yeah, but most people dream about sex way before they have it. You know, it's like these thoughts just kind of appear. Like you just see a pretty girl, it's like, oh my gosh, what's under?
Yeah, it's true.
But if you're never having those
see
thoughts,
Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah.
No, I mean, look, I'll come out and say it too. There have been men I found attractive in my lifetime. Logan is number one on the list.
No, don't say that. Who has it? Who is it? Anybody famous?
Who do I think is a hunk?
Yeah, it's Pride Month. Let's talk about it.
Sure, I'll gladly talk about hunks. Let's see. Who do I think is a hunk? Well, obviously, Alzheimer's.
No. In a gay way. It can't just be, oh, I think he's a hunk. I think The Rock's a hunk. But he's gross. He's a dude.
No, The Rock's not a hunk. No, who do I think is attractive?
Yes.
As a man.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, Brad Pitt.
Dudes say that. I don't get that. See, that's where I'm like, I feel like this is what makes me straight.
You don't see any appeal to Brad Pitt.
I want to look like him, but no, I don't want to touch him. He's gross looking. He's a dude. I don't know. But Machine Gun Kelly, I don't know what he is. And I like it. No, dude, he's got the big man arms. Brad
Okay,
Pitt.
who do I want to...
That's just my opinion, though. You can...
Who do I want to touch? Right? What is a man I'd like to hold and caress and kiss on the neck?
Well, I guess you don't have to go that far. I was just saying that's my opinion on Brad Pitt. I hear guys say like, "Oh, he's the one." I ain't gay, but Brad Pitt though. Of course. I mean, who wouldn't? I wouldn't.
Okay, let's think about this harder. I mean, like, let's say,
I can't even think of a single other person actually, other than Machine Gun Kelly.
Really?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's a lot of. Let's see. I'm trying to think of another man that is a sex machine.
A hottie.
Yeah. And I'm trying to. It's probably like a musician. I'm thinking, like.
Oh, so you're thinking about your life together more than the physical.
Yes, exactly, exactly. Like I was like, I don't know, not like Lenny Kravitz. No.
Oh, you like the big arms?
No, I don't know. I don't know what I like. Is there like a more femme man, like a Jared Leto?
Jared Leto.
From the Suicide Squad or 30 Seconds to Mars.
He's weird looking. He's got creepy eyes.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of hunks. A lot of athletes are hunks because they're in great shape. Our society really, here I go mentioning society again. Pushes people in great shape as being hunks and babes.
Oh man, we disagree on society. The society, that's just each person. I think most people are just attracted to athletic people.
That you didn't used to be the case.
Sure, I think it's always been the case.
What about like the Renaissance era, when like a big plump woman was meant a sign of vitality, and everyone was like, "Damn, that's fine."
But they were never like obese and like pouring out of shit. They're just kind of chubby.
You
Which
haven't
is hot.
seen those paintings of them in like a hover round
Like
at
their bellies on
Walmart
the table.
yeah, arm flaps hanging down.
They're waving. You see, like,
My 600-pound still life.
no, I mean, I see what you're saying. I guess we like.
My 600-pound still life.
Oh, sorry, that's funny. I didn't give that
Thank
to
you. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, go on. What
Need
were
an
you gonna
audience
say?
that pays attention. No, they're still young, in shape women in those paintings, in my opinion. I
Yeah,
mean, they're chunkier.
No, that's what the men look. You think you're getting them confused? Those are the men.
Oh,
In those Renaissance paintings, all the little,
peepees.
yeah,
Little tiny.
and they're all the men are very feminine in a lot of those paintings.
Yeah, they're posed femininely, but I'm not attracted to the manly figure. But if you got noodle arms, hit me up.
So
got
you're
noodle
not
arms and you're-
attracted to Michelangelo's David, or someone. You're not attracted to an in shape man. Only the scrawniest man. Only a scrawny man.
Yeah, but still in shape.
Are you attracted to a buff woman?
Yeah, but actually, it's the same thing though. If your arms are too big, I'm out. Like that chick that got fired off of Star Wars, she was too big.
Gina Carano.
Yeah, people were like, "Oh, she's hot." It's like,
She's a nightmare.
I don't
lady.
know.
But there isn't
In
a
China, everybody back when I was in middle school and high school was like, "Oh, China's so hot," and I was like, "You're insane."
No, that is insane.
That
She was
is-
never hot. Just objectively.
Hi, baby.
Just objectively, take away muscles, anything, just facial structure alone, she was not attractive. I do think it would be cool to have a woman or a partner in general who could pick you up and spin you around and throw you up in the air and catch you under your armpits and kiss you on the forehead and tuck you in at night when you go to sleep.
I
I
do
just
like-
want to parent it.
I gotta
back.
admit, I do like, and I've never dated anyone taller than me, but I like tall women. That is hot to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if a tall woman's like woman's strong, like that's hot, but she can't have the hulking shoulders and arms.
Yeah,
that weirds
this
me out.
muscle right here, the
Yeah.
McDonald's arches right on the either
No,
side
but
of the
she's got
neck.
broad shoulders like a model, like that's hot, and that's athletic.
Sure. What? Crap. What was I gonna say? I think the difference is that there's a wider spectrum of women that we find attractive.
Oh yeah.
And that means it's not our month as much as we want to celebrate.
Yeah.
But, hey, we're all for it. And
We're allies, and I wanted to say I'm on the spectrum just to be like, hey, I understand. I got no qualms. I don't give a fuck. Whatever.
no big deal.
Yeah.
It's so interesting watching the kids nowadays. Okay, it's weird talking about sexual attraction and then go straight to I'm watching kids.
I didn't even think about it. Yeah.
No, but like hanging out with my daughter.
I mean, I
and
assume you were going to how they think about the gay issue.
That's
not
exactly
about
what I'm.
sex.
That's what I'm exactly where I'm going. Thank you. Yes. Just them talking about, my daughter has friends who are trans. They're friends who are already
At her age?
Yeah.
More than one? Oh, yeah, I know that. I'm an
Yeah.
idiot.
Yeah. More than one though.
Oh, wow.
And there are same-sex crushes going on, and it's as young as second grade. It's really just so much more of an open space, and no one really cares. One of her classmates, he had, and there's a bunch of, they're all going by pronouns. They have different pronouns and stuff like that too, which the kids are all cool with. They don't care. No one cares. It's not a big deal. It's not ruining their childhood to make them do this. Like it's just like a part of, It's just whatever. Kids want to do that. All right, cool. But yeah. So like one of her friends, this kid, he had an uncle who came out as trans and started identifying as a woman, and the parents was talking to the parents about it, and they're like stressing, oh, how are we going to tell him? How are we going to tell him? Eventually they like mustered up the courage, figured out the right way, told him, and he's like, oh, okay. And now he's like, that's my auntie. And he's just like, was totally, it's like, it's nothing for them.
Yeah, I think that's weird that they were overthinking it.
Yeah, but it's
as progressive liberal, I assume.
Right. Yes.
That's weird to me. That's weird to you.
Well, I guess if it's someone who's grown up with the kid, and then you're like, all right, this person who you've known all your life now is changing their identity. I don't know how this is going to, are you going to have the framework to understand?
I'm more willing to just say a thought that might be controversial, but admit that it's maybe bad or something. So for example, I would be like, hey, just so you know, Uncle Ronnie is Uncle Rhonda or Aunt Rhonda now. We try to be respectful. Hey, you know what? Or see what their reaction is. If they think it's weird, I'd be like, you know what? Maybe it's a little weird, but it makes him happy. Da 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 da. I would give them that. I would say
I think that's great. I can admit that's wrong.
I can admit things when things are odd, unusual, weird, strange. I think these things are all okay. And in fact, I have eclectic taste. I like weird. I think that's a good thing.
There's nothing wrong with doing something weird or unusual. I don't think that's offensive.
There are people. In general, there are just people who are, if they just don't ever want to hear you say something's not normal or blah, blah, blah. They'll police it. And it's like, we need to all be able to communicate our ideas, even if we disagree with each other.
Yes. There's always going to be bad ways there are people who think the way you're doing it is bad, and for a variety of reasons. There's not a perfect way to do it, but I think the sentiment behind what you just said is just like you still love this person, and you want to do whatever you can to accept them and make them happier and feel more comfortable. That's great.
Boom. Yeah. And if they, and maybe you don't have to say it's weird, but if they react in a way, say, hey, I understand.
Like, no. It's fucking weird. It's really fucking crazy.
No, but what I'm saying is you don't also want to be like, that's shameful what you just did. That's transphobic. You're a transphobic kid.
Yes, of course.
It's like it's a little kid.
Right.
You got to kind of be understanding.
Right. But it's just so cool.
The kid is not going to bully the uncle.
Like it's right, exactly. But it is cool. I mean, it's like, we're just like here, and it's like, oh, I feel weird saying that maybe I found a man attractive at one point in my life, whereas they're just like, what? They're growing up like, we've been having crushes on, we don't even care what anyone identifies as, and we have crushes on whoever we want to our whole lives. That's cool. It is going to ruin Pride Month, though. Well, this seems like a perfect time to jump into some Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Yes, it does.
All right, excellent. These are not gay facts that I'm aware of. They might have been written by a gay man. I'm not sure. So
not a woman, though.
Definitely not a gay woman or lesbian. Otherwise, I wouldn't be reading them because I find them disgusting. Okay. Fact number 1. The slender loris of South Asia rubs its urine on its hands, face, and feet to act as protection against the sting of the toxic beetles and cockroaches it loves to eat. Which, oddly enough, is something that I know they love to do at the Gay Pride Parade as well. Something I love to do at the Gay Pride Parade as well. I celebrate.
I guess that's what you do when you get stung by a jellyfish, is someone has to pee on the...
I heard that's a myth, that doesn't actually work.
Really?
That would suck, right? Now you're just like, now you just made my jellyfish sting even worse because now I'm covered in piss as well. I don't know. Okay.
What's it called? Not a slow loris.
Slender loris.
Slender loris.
That was pretty much the most interesting one. I'll be honest with you.
Let me see the picture of that animal. Ew, he looks like a creep.
Yeah, it does. It does.
He's like, yeah, I like piss.
There he is. He looks like a real creep. All right, here's the next one. Costa Berries, an Australian berry company, grew a massive ping pong ball-sized berry weighing 0.72 ounces.
Whoa, what kind of berry?
I don't know. It looks like a blueberry because if that's a strawberry, who fucking cares?
Yeah.
But they had a picture of a blueberry, but it's a drawing, so who knows? It's got to be a blueberry.
Yeah.
But that's a pretty weak fact. And here's another weak fact.
They need an editor to just be like, say blueberry.
I know, right?
That's crazy.
Shazday Garden in Iran is a lush area full of greenery and water fountains surrounded by desert.
Cool.
So is Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? Let's see. I'm going to try and find an actual interesting one.
Good luck.
I know, right? Just one more. Okay. No. Okay. Ski joring is a sport that combines rodeo and skiing. Horses, dogs, snowmobiles, or even cars tow skiers at speeds that can top 40 miles per hour.
Oh, cool. That sounds fun.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Until you fall. Have you ever gone tubing, like on a lake?
Oh, yeah.
That shit's fun.
That shit's so fun.
Because when you fall, you're fine.
What about water skiing? You ever did that?
I love water skiing. Yeah, I love wakeboarding, and
I love all that shit. I haven't spent enough time in a lake like that.
me neither. I was lucky to grow up by a lake. It's funny though. I always wished I grew up here near the ocean because our lake was brown and gross. But you
Really?
can't really do all those sports we just mentioned in the ocean.
Or
I
in a
never thought about
river,
that.
you need a lake.
Yeah.
Unless you're in like the Mississippi, maybe you could do it on. But
I don't think so.
yeah, I don't know. It's such a wide river. But yeah.
But there's like casino boats and shit all over the place.
yeah. That would suck. All right. Well, we did that. We did our facts. Should we do our comics?
Well, first, I guess so. There's no comments.
No.
Well, don't feel bad. I didn't do.
I
I remembered it like this morning. I was like, oh,
I
had weeks and
forgot.
I forgot to.
Oh my God.
But-
Someone needs to put these political comic writers in their place, and I forgot to do it.
The election's coming up. We got to get on our game.
You're right. This is going to be a good one. Come November, we're going to be on fire.
I just remembered how horrible our country is. So anyway, yeah, let's do not our country, but the election.
Yeah. No, I think we all figured what yours is. We read between those lines. All right. You want to go first?
Oh, yes. Sorry, you sent me a text message, but I thought I was like, ooh, a text. Does this work? No. It's Cornell
just me saying I'm here.
saying here, knocking on the door. Yes, I can go first.
I hope we didn't pick the same one.
No way. I doubt it. All right. So this week, my comic is La Cucaracha
Oof, I read this one before.
by Lalo Alcaraz.
Alcaraz, yeah.
You read just this comic or this?
No, just this comic in general, not this one specifically.
Yeah. And so just to recap, we played roulette and we just kind of picked whatever the first comic we looked at was without reading it through. We did that last week. It was a disaster, but I kind of glanced at this and I think this is going to be a good one. All
Good,
right.
I think
La
I actually got a
Cucaracha.
good one too.
Awesome. All right. So it's two piñatas, a star piñata and a donkey piñata, and they're talking to each other. And the donkey piñata says, "We have to bust out of this party store or else we will face candy-starved children wielding sticks." And the star Pinata says, gulp. And then the burro in Spanish says, are you ready to meet your maker? And the star goes, no, I still have so much to live for. And then the burro says, no, I mean Jose, the pinata maker. Nice guy. And then the pinata maker says, hola, I really got to cut back on the tequila.
Pretty good. Pretty freaking good. I like it. I like it.
I like that the tag was funny.
Yeah.
Like the punchline was fine. Usually we hate it when they add stuff. But Jose's fucking funny. He's got to lay off the tequila.
I like it. That is a good one. All right. The one I found is called Scary Gary by Mark Buford.
All right.
All right. So we got a head in a jar talking to what looks like an alien guy who's pouring stuff into a beaker from a test tube. And the head in the jar is like bald with like hair sticking out, like kind of short, hair spikes sticking out. Sparse hair.
Buzz cut?
No, not a buzz cut. It's like bald, but just like little pieces of hair.
Like Homer Simpson hairs?
More like a cactus. The spine's on a cactus, you know?
Okay.
So the head in the jar says, you know what I miss? Traveling. And the next panel, it says, what are the chances you'd let me fly somewhere? The last panel, the head is on a spring and a face with sunglasses getting ready to pull the lever to shoot it into the air, and the alien's holding a shotgun and goes, pull!
Oh, that's funny. Here, let me take a look.
It's pretty good. I don't know. Maybe visually it would have been better and funnier than it was me describing every panel. But it's kind of funny.
What's your vote?
I think you win. But I do
I
like
agree.
this one.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It's not bad for a comic that we just randomly found. So I might just bring this one back again later. I'm going to hold on to Scary Gary in another episode, bring it back, because I think it's pretty good. But right now, Lalo Alcaraz, you have taken home the victory this week for funniest comic strip. And next week, La Cucaracha. We're
gonna do some comics.
Yeah. So tune in, see who comes up to battle with La Cucaracha in a crazy match. The Cucaracha, Lalo Alcaraz will be defending their belts. And the next episode, until then.
Wait. Before you sign out, do you know what La Cucaracha means?
The cockroach.
Oh, I never knew what that meant.
Oh,
cool.
really? Yeah.
You learn something every day.
Until then, everyone, keep gripping.
Keep ripping. And keep stripping.
stripping.
Hell yeah.
Oh.